Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel where we keep you up to date with the latest ML news. Today we're diving into the newest advanced server patch, and let's begin with Granger. Our favorite gunslinger is getting nerfed. His ultimate now has a slower bullet speed. The devs say this is to make it easier for enemies to dodge. Check out this side-by-side comparison. What do you think? Is it too slow or just right? And that's not all. His first skill's movement boost is reduced from 15% to 10%. Less mobility plus slower ult equals tough times ahead for Granger mains. Is this fair or overkill? Next, we've got a buff for Pharsa. Now, every time you level up her ultimate, the cooldown of her passive skill is reduced by 1 second. This means you can trigger her passive every 5 seconds instead of the old 8 seconds. More passive procs equals more damage. Nice, right? And here's the cherry on top. Her first skill now reveals enemies when placing a mark. Just look at how long the vision lasts. This will be a nightmare for anyone trying to hide in bushes or those with camouflage abilities. Definitely a solid buff for Pharsa players. And now Beatrix. The devs are addressing the dominance of Bennett, her rocket launcher, by adjusting her other weapons. First up, they had to lower Bennett's basic attack damage, especially in the late game. But good news, Nibiru and Wesker are getting a boost with higher attack effect ratios. Meanwhile, no changes will happen to her sniper rifle. Oh, and if you're a fan of her shotgun ultimate, here's a scary buff. It's getting its cooldown cut in half from 24 seconds to just 12 at max level. 12 seconds. Imagine the trauma this will bring back from shotgun Beatrix players. Yikes! On to Leomord. This buff makes him a real tank killer. His first skill, both normal and enhanced, will now deal extra damage based on the enemy's current HP. Previously, this only applied to his normal state, but now his enhanced first skill gets the left too. This should give him a better fighting chance against those tanky XP laners. What do you think? Are we seeing Leomord in the meta soon? Moving on, let's talk about Johnson. His second skill received a plus 40 base damage, and it now reduces an enemy's magic defense by 10% per stack, up to 30%. That's like having your own built-in divine glaive. And there's more. Each hit slows enemies by 10%, stacking up to 30%. So it has damage, magic defense reduction, and slow effect. This buff hits just in time for his new legend skill. Akai mains get ready to roll. Literally, his ultimate now has a shorter cooldown at later levels, and each hit deals full damage instead. If we do a quick test using the same stats, we can see that the new version dealt more damage. And if you've noticed, the damage scaling is changed from extra to total physical attack. Could this mean a comeback for Akai as a jungler? Next is Zhuxin. The devs want to trade some of her control for more damage. Her max stacks are reduced, but mana regen is increased slightly. Her second skill has higher damage now, but at the cost of higher mana usage. What it means is that her mana will run out faster, which will reduce her ability to pull enemies consecutively. So yeah, it's a nerf because Zhuxin isn't about damage. Her main role is to disrupt and pick off the enemy with her continuous pull effect. Plus, her bush revealing ability got nerfed. On official server, if she uses her second skill on a part of a bush, all enemies inside that bush can be seen. But now on advanced server, you need to hit the enemy first to make them visible. Will Zhuxin come out of the ban section this time? Next is Rafaela's new resurrecting skill. It will now change its location whenever there's a dead teammate. And if all of them are alive, it will return to its original position. Pretty neat, right? No more forgetting you have it. Her first skill also got a shorter cooldown at higher levels, and its stack duration is increased by 1 second. This means it's easier to maximize the 20% extra damage from stacking hits. Perfect for supporting your team and stealing their kills. Now for a quick bug fix for Lukas. His ultimate will now properly deal initial damage to all enemies in range. Check out the comparison. Everyone now takes equal damage, unlike the official server version, where only one enemy got hit. A fair fix, wouldn't you say? Last but not least, the new hero Kalea just got a quality of life update. Her ultimate is now easier to aim. Just move your left joystick and you can even change direction mid-animation. No more awkward landings for her ultimate. And that wraps up this week's advanced server patch. Which buff, nerf, or adjustment caught your eye? Share it in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.